go get them again.
Welcome back to the Robezoid channel. I'm your host, Mark, and on the docket today we have an unboxing first impression video on the brand of Creed. It's been a while. This is a new Creed. I believe this might be the very first fragrance released under the BlackRock purchase of the brand, and that feels like since forever. This one called Wind Flowers. I believe that they released other fragrances, but they were under construction, not under BlackRock. So I think that was the first one. I could be wrong, but yeah, it's interesting to finally smell a new Creed. Feels like forever on the channel. For me personally, the brand, I don't know, ever since, to me personally, ever since Aventus got launched, it seems like the brand just continued to spiral down. And I know as far as sales, it just continued to go up because of one particular release. But I felt like the high end of Creed was in the 90s, 80s, 90s. And you're talking about Silver Mountain Water, Virgin Island Water, Erolfa, among others, Medicine Imperial. There's tons of great releases, and I think are the, basically, it is the brand's identity, was those, as much as newbies want to say Aventus was all created, they were dying before that was released. And they may have a point. You know, as far as the 2000s go, Aventus finally put some breath into the brand and started obviously gaining steam. But I'm a big fan of the older Creed releases. As far as the rich history and all that, who cares? We all call that out. Brands, a lot of these niche brands used to do a lot of that. You know, how old they are and all their history. It's all marketing, right? No breakdowns. That's a marketing ploy. Things like that. So just be mindful of that. But let's sniff out Wind Flowers. Of course, this is in the feminine aisle. I believe this is a new bottle design. So the new bottle designs are coming through here on the channel. I'm looking forward to actually delving into this and see what they give us. You know, I'm not expecting fireworks here, 10 out of 10, but we'll see. Now, before we get into anything, have you subscribed yet? If not, hit that subscribe button while you're at it. Smash the like button, much appreciated. Much love to the fragrance community. I absolutely love just, you know, just give a little bit to me as far as likes and things like that. And you get a lot of value back personally from me just doing these videos for all of you. So let's take a look at the note breakdown of this one. And I see a lot of citruses. I see some fruit. I see florals. So not a sexy note breakdown in any way, shape, or form personally, but we'll see what we get. This was launched in 2022. I don't have a nose behind this. Creed used to, I don't think we're gonna go into that rabbit hole. I'm not even gonna touch that. So again, you still get the little piece of paper. The box itself, kind of a different, I don't know if it's just me, but a different font to it. The middle looks kind of, it looks different. It looks different. Obviously the bottles look a lot different than what it used to be for the women's aisle. Yeah, I kind of like the touch of it. It looks very classy, heavy glass, yes. This reminds me of something. Which brand? Anyway. No. I was thinking nice down to get a lane, but no. But anyway, let's delve into it. I do have my strip here. I'll spray on strip, then I'll put it on skin and let you all know what I get from it. Again, this is a return product from Flagflex. Doesn't seem like the person really liked it. Got a couple sprays into it though. I would say a good 3-4 mils out of it. So let's get into it. Let's sniff out. Good atomizer. Solid atomizer. So let's sniff out Wind Flowers. Sweet, floral, peachy, a little bit of citrus, fresh, light, airy, well constructed. No fireworks here though. Like it's not like, oh, I've never smelled this before. It's amazing, blah, blah, blah. No, it smells like a really well done fragrance. Yeah. So white floral, the jasmine comes into play. The sweetness can come from that, of course. There's an orange blossom appeal here, like a soapiness. There's some powdery aspects as well in here. The peach itself, not a bad peach, right? I do correlate, and anybody that follows me for, the years that I've been doing this, peach is the one fruit that makes me think women's fragrance, I can't wear it kind of thing. It all depends. And lately, a lot of the peaches have been, I guess, maybe better constructed, or what's around the peach makes it more tolerable to me, because this one works. It's like a peach drink. Good citrus in here. The citruses aren't big and bold like the bergamot. Really isn't sparkling. It's not vivid. It's there. There's some musky components too. There's definitely some tuberose, but jasmine is your main white floral here, but there's a little bit of a tuberose accent here. Very jasmine heavy with musks in the back end. Classy, yes. Airy, fresh, light. Jasmine with pairing of tuberose, musk in the back end, a little bit of peach to give it some color. Citruses aren't a big player here. Orange blossom does give it that little bit of that muskiness, a little bit of that soapiness. And there's other florals in here. There's rose, I believe, and there's iris. And maybe that powderiness is from the iris. Iris can do that. I don't feel like iris is a major player in this, at least at this point. Iris would class it up a little bit more, but it smells fairly classy, to be quite honest. But yeah, mostly a jasmine musky thing with a little bit of color with the peach, and tuberose as the, I guess, the second in command. Other than that, very simplistic. It smells good. It smells classy, but it's not anything high-end, niche, super uber expensive, that it's going to be in a tier list of, you must have from niche brands, because it's, nothing is touching it. I feel like a well-crafted designer could do what this fragrance does. And that's where I draw the line as a fragrance reviewer, right? I don't get free bottles from Creed. Yes, the new tenants at Creed started giving out free bottles to fragrance reviewers. I'm not on the mailing list. And honestly, I don't need to sugarcoat anything. And honestly, personally, I would not pay Creed prices for this. And it's maybe the new generation of Creed that it's not working for me. I feel like this can be done. It's well done, first of all. It smells good. It's classy. So like I'm putting it into a well done designer fragrance, not overly synthetic like it. Yeah, it's blended well, but it's not wow, right? There is some Creeds that personally for me, and I know a lot of people hate on the brand of Creed, but when I smell like Virgin Island water, and the first time I smelled it, and I still do, it gives me that wow factor. Rolfa didn't give me that wow factor initially, but after I started testing it for the fragrance review, I had that wow factor with it. There's multiples of the Creeds that are staples. Silver Mountain Water, Rolfa, Millésime Imperial. As much as you hate them, I feel like those are the staples. Green Irish Tweed, even though not overly unique, still an excellent scent, and was the flagship for the brand for a long time until Aventus came in the men's aisle. So as far as this fragrance goes, yeah, I'm going to call a spade a spade. As far as price tag goes, I don't see it initially. It's well blended, well constructed. It smells good. It smells classy. So it doesn't smell overly synthetic. It doesn't smell cheap. It smells like a well done designer fragrance. That's it. It's very appealing, maybe even mass appealing. but there's nothing here that I'm saying, oh, the jasmine, this is, the jasmine's the main player in this fragrance. Like, if jasmine is your main player and it's not really doing anything, it's not three-dimensional, it's not showing several facets of a jasmine, it's not doing, it's not classying up the jasmine, or things that are around it are making it, much more different than anything else, or more classy, or much better, smells niche. These are things that a fragrance reviewer looks at least I do, and I go down the trough, and I'm just like, and then go to price tag, and I'm like, no. So right now, no. Yeah, it can be signature scent for a woman. Yeah, it's easy to wear, blah, 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 all that. Versatile, yeah. And a lot of people go into niche for that kind of stuff. They want an everyday fragrance. Now, some people go into niche for just a special occasion fragrance. And then there's fragrance heads like me and you that, well. So, yeah, this could be an everyday, someone with a lot of money that just wants the cachet of owning a Creed fragrance. They go in the Creed boutique and they are dead set in purchasing a fragrance. I could see them gravitating towards this if you like jasmine, if you like peach in your fragrances. Yeah, it's very simplistic. It's well constructed. Those are all the positives. Price tag is a high negative. So if it's just a run-of-the-mill fragrance head that is looking into the niche realm to find something special, different, crazy, high quality, high end, and are willing to buy just one bottle that's really, really expensive, I don't know if this is it. At least for me. Yeah. So I got this one at fragflex.com. You can find this and a bunch of other creeds at Fragflex, and you can use my code TFG10. You get 10% off on the website. And again, just because I got a code don't mean I have to be nice. So yeah, my thoughts aren't going to change. Unfortunately, with some reviewers, they say that, but they don't really mean it. I was gifted this bottle, and opinions are my own, but it's great. No. Yeah. I would say I would categorize this as a high-end designer fragrance versus, I'm sure you could find something like this, built like this, good as this, in the designer realm. Now, for me, my experience, if you're asking me for suggestions, I can't. I haven't grasped the women's game like I have with the men's game, that I could just, right? You say, hey, what are suggestions for this that smell like this? And I'd be like, bum, 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 right? Unfortunately, this is not my bread and butter, but I can tell you there's probably something out there that will smell like this, just as good as this, blended just as good as this. So anyway, now that I've heard my take, I'd love to see yours in the comments below. Again, I only have 2 female subscribers here. Both of you, I'm waiting for your comments. Both of you better comment on this one. Working hard for both of you. And I'm sure you go into unisex and all that. You don't, the 2 female subscribers I have got a good head on their shoulders. They don't care about genders, right? But some of these reviews hopefully are helping out some women out there. But love to see those comments below. Good, bad, and the ugly, right? I don't need cosign. So if you highly disagree with me, you think this is high end and amazing, please state it and say why. Absolutely love it, and it could open up my mind to the fragrance. Mostly, as far as my track record goes, and I've been on YouTube since 2009, so it's been a while. Initial impressions, obviously it's more, I'm spot on more than I've learned to love this fragrance. There is some of that, but it's fairly rare. Like I would say 1 out of 50 fragrances that I've done a first impression on, I've kind of almost flipped on it. And the proof's in the pudding. My whole channel is about unboxings, test drives, and then a full-fledged review. So usually the theme stays. But again, dry downs are king, basically. So this is an initial impression. It's okay. And as always, a great import fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your high-end niche release wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.